Namaste, I am Indu. I am going to present a paper and the topic is Encasing the Baneful Side of Internet. Coming to the abstract, the modern age is characterized by information society, a society that has a lot of information that is boonful as well as lot of information that is baneful. On the baneful side, information services ironically include threat, social security violation, lawlessness, anarchy, unethical practices, psychopathological issues, sovereignty violations against nations, etc. Some services are also intended to give rise to society anarchy, terrorism, cybercrime, etc. Antisocial and anti-national and anti-constitutional elements tend to use internet as a base medium of information threats to nations and society. Despite the prevalence of IETF, the vast medium of internet has very less potential to check and eliminate information hazards to human societies. The paper is an attempt to present that alternative approaches are possible and often necessary to supportive to cyber forensics. Coming to the introduction, the speciality of internet media is that information can be easily manipulated unchecked for baneful services. The information can appear and disappear just like that, like a little of petrol poured on hand. In other words, criminal intents can easily have internet as a ground for the designed activities without an evidence of crime let off by any chance for policing to be successful. Internet has turned an unsafe zone for students and teenagers as it provides ample scope to make victims of crime out of them. For example, social networking has given rise to noteworthy cases of juvenile delinquency, including cyberbullying. Cybercrimes include threats such as unauthorized access and misuse of ICT, denial of services, illegal interception of communication, piracy, fraud, counterfeiting, impersonation, and concealment of identity, extortion, electronic money laundering, tax evasion, etc. This paper is organized as follows in this section. Cyber fraud is elucidated in cyber forensics as information security subfield of study is presented. Coming to the cyber fraud, identity theft is a form of fraud or cheating in which a person pretends to be a different person. One assumes a false identity to access one's personal data, resources, or obtain credit and other benefits. A victim of identity theft is either an individual whose identity has been assumed by the identity thief. The victim could be an individual or a group of members when held accountable for the perpetrator's action or an organization. Over the years, computer crime and computer related crime have grown exponentially. It is reported to have even jumped 67% between 2002 and 2003. Today, it is used not only to investigate a wide variety of crimes, including child pornography, fraud, cyberstacking, murder, and rape, but also in civil proceedings as a form of information gathering, for example, electronic discovery. Coming to the computer forensics. Computer forensics is a branch of digital forensic science pertaining to legal evidence found in computers and digital storage media. It is aimed at examining digital media in a forensically sound manner and at identifying, preserving, recovering, analyzing, and presenting facts and opinion about the information. In the last 3 decades, computer usage has been given rise to increasing criminal activity. For example, to help commit fraud, several new computer crimes such as hacking came to recognized. Consequently, computer forensics emerged as a discipline comprising of method to recover and investigate digital evidence for email message or JPEG image. The scope of forensic analysis can vary from simple information retrieval to constructing a series of events. Now, coming to the forensic process. Computer forensic investigations usually follow the standard digital forensic process, which includes acquisition, analysis, and reporting. Investigations are performed on static data rather than on dynamic, on the fly live systems. This is in sharp contrast to conventional forensic practices. The lack of specialist tools led to investigators commonly working on live data. Coming to the analysis tools, open source tools as well as commercial tools exist for computer forensics investigation. Typical forensic analysis include a manual review of material on the media, reviewing the Windows registry for suspect information, discovering and cracking passwords, keyword searches for topics related to the crime, and extracting email and pictures for review. Now, cyber forensics. Cyber forensics is a specialization of computer forensics, which is under the broad category of digital forensic science. It pertains to legal evidence against cybercrime. The goal of cyber forensics is to examine cyberspace in a forensically sound manner, within the aim of identifying, preserving, recovering, analyzing, presenting facts and opinions about the information relevant to the cybercrime. Now, coming to the cyber warfare. Information warfare involves the use of management of IT in a pursuit of competitive advantage over an opponent. It may either involve collection of tactical information or assurance. The one's own information is valid or spreading of propaganda or disinformation to demoralize or manipulate the enemy and the public, or it may undermine the quality of opposing force information and denial of information collection opportunities to opposing forces. It is closely linked to the psychological warfare. Coming to the cyber counterintelligence. Cyber counterintelligence refers to the measures to counteract, defend with respect to cyber warfare. The measures include identifying, penetrating, or neutralizing foreign operations that use cyber means as the primary threat craft methodology, as well as forensic intelligence service collection efforts that use traditionally methods to gauge cyber capabilities and intentions, unlike in the case of conventional warfare. Case study. The case study is presented with respect to an HTTP, JNTU hijack is a website that is violative of Indian Constitution. The logo on the right hand side is the picture above uses the government of Telangana and the national emblem seal it. This usage is anti-constitutional and anti-national. There is no government of Telangana created by any constitution authority of India. Coming to the conclusion part. The present time, cyber tools and tactics will favor a nation um, robust ICT. However, the internet is a prodigious tool for a weaker party to attack a stronger conventional foe. The dynamic, asymmetric, and still evolving nature of cyber attacks makes all aspects of cyber defense, including detection, analysis, investigation, prosecution, retaliation, and more critical questions for national security planners to answer. Thank you.